Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 58 of Impact Makers. And today, Dustin and I are going to continue to unpack the topics that we previously alluded to, that being talent shortage, artificial intelligence, automation, and the 150-hour requirement. So, Dustin, which one do you want to, we've kind of hit talent pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to chat about today?
Let's move on to AI.
All right. So, we alluded to making sure that you knew the root cause. So you're fixing something that truly needs fixing. You're not just jumping to a shiny object. And AI is in that technology space, which can have a tendency to be a little bit of the shiny object. But there's more here now, isn't there? So what would you say you need to make sure from a root cause perspective so that you're ready to tackle what it is that automation or artificial intelligence, all of that can and should be for you?
Yeah, so I think, it's interesting because this can overlap both the talent conversation as well as the 150 hours conversation as well. And as we've been, we've seen this for a few years now, and have been talking about it with our clients. But it's really important in the age of greater automation and what AI is capable of doing today, that it just keeps getting more and more improved and learning each day. So it's getting the pace of change is really quick right now. It's what we've discovered and what we've been talking about is it is really important that as a firm you understand that you need to focus on how you and your people are different. And you can't just be focused on the basics, on just the basic compliance work. You've really got to understand what is the true value that a professional service organization provides to its clients, because with where AI is going, all of that, much of that is going to be automated. And this goes for thought leaders in the profession as well. If you're just repeating, if you sound like buzzword bingo on a presentation or an article you're writing, AI could have written that article for you in 2 minutes. So you've got to find different ways, human ways, to connect with people, to connect with your clients, to connect with teammates. So more and more, what I see, I know that's what you see as well, individually, you've got to find what makes you different. And it's all about the human relationship and the ability to cultivate, grow, develop relationships. I know we're going to sound like a broken record to some of our recent clients because they hear that from us a lot. But with AI and where we're going with automation, you don't want to sound like a robot in how you talk. And so you need to find ways to be unique, to be different, and train your people. It's all about relationships going forward.
Yeah, I agree 100% with that. I'm going to give a little bit of a tactical spin on this and bring people back to fall of 2016. So that was my first, coming up my first fall being a consultant. The consulting hat was on display, and I was coming off of being in industry, and my title was senior tax analyst. But what did I do? It was tax compliance 100% focused. But why did I have the title of senior tax analyst? Because it drove more interesting people to the role for that organization. And so we dropped that in a project that we had in the fall of 2016. We were just talking, and we said, your people need to be more of tax analysts, not tax preparers. And the next thing we know, they changed all their titles across the firm. And so people were tax analysts and senior tax analysts. What does that mean with respect to automation? Well, it comes back to automation is the preparer now. Artificial intelligence is going to be the preparer in the future. What is the human going to be? More analytical. Can an artificial intelligence be analytical? Most likely, yes. But back to your point, Dustin, about that relationship, ask yourself, do you want a relationship with a human being, or do you want a relationship with with a chat bot on your computer screen? Some people, they're going to be fine with the chat bot. That's not who we're talking about. We're talking about that person that wants that human connection. So how can we take advantage of where artificial intelligence is going, where automation is, training our people out of the gate to focus less on key punching and where this goes in the software and more about the outputs, the outcomes, and analyzing that information. How is this different? Why was this here last year? What's new this year? What's different from last year? What could be new next year? So it's really training our people on being more analytical, because then they're going to be ready to embrace what the automation and artificial intelligence can do. And they're going to be more comfortable with it because they're going to have greater clarity on what it is my role is and why my clients want my connection. Back to the relationship like you talked about.
Yep, back to the relationship and providing that contextualization to the client.
Yep. Now, full disclosure, when I had that title, senior tax analyst, and the firm that we originally launched this with, it was really just titles. The role didn't really change. But as we fast forward to 2023, it needs to be more than a title. Yep. Your people need to be more analytical right out of the gate. That's where you're going to win. So let us know what you think.